Hey YouTube, JoshuaMcDonaldCo here, and a quick video showing you guys the Strength and How to Obtain It book along with the System of Physical Training book by Eugene Sandow. Now these books are new copies, as you can see. I do have the original for this book here. I have an extra backup copy only for the reasoning of going through it, actually reading it, checking it out without actually digging into it and damaging it. So if you guys are not familiar with Eugene Sandow, he was a strongman from the late 1800s into the early 1900s. He passed away around the age of 50, I believe it was 52. You guys can quote me if I'm wrong there. I might be wrong. Didn't do any research on this, or I did research, but don't recall so much as to when he died. He died years after an incident where he went into a ditch with his car and single-handedly pushed the car out of the ditch by himself. Now, if that's not a strong man for you, I don't know what the hell is. So, this guy, man, he was something else. He was a strong man of many. There were so many out in that time, so many performers performing. This guy just stood out. As you can see, his physique was insane. He had a whole system, guys, of a workout program, and this is his book on it. You see, it's a pretty big book. But the actual workout routine is right here. Now this is called the late weight exercise page here. Exercise 1 through 17. There's 17 exercises. All consist of using 5-pound dumbbells, which was insane in itself. How are you going to build muscles with 5-pound dumbbells? You guys want to know the answer to that? Check this book out, because I've been following this program probably 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Notice a slight change. And it's the equivalent of working out a good month, because Sandow recommended you worked out every single day, which I've been doing. So if you guys have not heard of this book yet, or either book yet, I highly recommend you check them out. If you've not heard of Eugene Sandow yet, I highly recommend you check them out too. You guys can look on Netflix, actually. You'll find a documentary on him. And people that have really digged into researching him a lot. Yeah, these books tie in hand, actually. In this book here, there's a table as to ages and age groups that follow the program. If they decide to follow the program, how many reps to do, which exercises to do, how many reps to increase each and every day, all the way up to boys age 17 and up. He has you start off 50 or 5-pound dumbbells, 50 reps each arm, and then every day you're gonna increase those reps by 5. And there's a few other exercises inside the book as well that you're gonna increase your reps by. So these books only costed about $15 each. The first book, I'm doing a quick shout out here, strongmanbooks.com. For what it's worth, it's a really good price on the book. Second book is physicalculturebooks.com. Now the only issue I have is I say this book here has the tables. The copy does not actually have the tables. So you guys might be able to find another copy online. I happen to have the original copy of the book. So if there's any diehard fans of old vintage bodybuilding books and stuff like that, this is a really cool book, man. It costed me just under $100, and you guys can see this book is old. This book is really old. I mean, there's no doubting this book isn't old. The book came out in 1897, and you can see that the seams, some parts, it's not so bad right here. But there's a few parts in the book where the seams right there, you guys can see it's coming apart pretty good. And again, the original or the backup copies don't actually have the table inside. And I'm not speaking for every copy out there, but just the ones I actually purchased, unfortunately, don't have the table. Now you guys might be able to purchase another copy and find the table inside. I just wasn't able to, which is a bummer. But I've become so intrigued with this guy and his backstory that I just had to have this book, man. I had to buy it. There's letters from his students in here. He talks about cold baths. The tables here, they start on page 20. So he has a breakdown for children of both sexes, so boys and girls between the ages of 7 and 10, using 1-pound dumbbells. He has it all laid out here. So your number of exercise. Now the one thing inside of this book that's different from the others is this book, including the backup copies, they don't actually have pictures or explanations on the exercises. So if you guys decide to purchase this book, you need to purchase this book too. This book, again, the exercises I just showed you guys are inside this book. They're in the back of the book. They're the lightweight dumbbell exercises which tie into the tables here. So I'll go ahead and I'll break that down here in a minute for you, but you have your first exercise, and it shows how many number of reps to increase every day. They do go up to 120 reps, but you do not want to exceed that. Same with this one for children of both sexes between 10 and 12. Then you get into 12 and 15, 15 of 17. And for boys, okay, this one actually for girls only here. And you got for boys 15 to 17. And then for girls, the same age. And then for youth, so this is of 17 ages, or 17 years of age and upwards. So you could be 28, you could be 35, 40. This will be the table you're going to use. So now you see exercises 1 through 18. So what are the exercises? So that's when you're going to refer to this book. You guys can also go online. You'll see there are many sources that do show the exercises. But here's the actual book that's going to show you the exercises and explain them at the same time. So you got your first exercise, which without me really breaking it down to you guys, it's bicep curls. Exercise 2, reverse bicep curls. And then they got some pec flies in here, and just a bunch of different routines, exercises. You could see, well, not routines, but his exercises, his movements, as you guys can see here. So there's the photos of him there. Eugene Sandow using his lightweight dumbbells. And as you guys can see, he's got a leaf over his stuff there. Reasoning for this is he does preach to, if possible, wear very light clothing. It helps to increase blood flow. And of course, it makes sense even today. Why would you want to wear tight clothes while working out? That would restrict your blood flow. You always want to make sure the blood's pumping to the muscles as you're working them as quickly as possible. This guy was jacked, dude. I mean, look at him. From being someone in the 1800s, he was an incredible guy. Had like a, I don't even know, like a Caesar look to him, you know, like an ancient, like a Greek god. So it's just what's so intriguing is his physique. People at that time just wouldn't expect to see someone like this. So yeah, there's his exercises, pec flies. And again, all these exercises go with that original book, Strength and How to Obtain It. So if you guys have not purchased it, I suggest you can purchase a revised copy, but hurry up and go and do so. Otherwise, you can purchase a backup, but make sure the tables are inside to follow along with the system of physical training. I'll be breaking these down in a later video. Up until that time, that'll be here soon. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and like. All right.